Hey guys, welcome back to another Honkai Impact video. Today, we're going to be looking at the animated short, Will of the Herrscher. This is probably the short that I haven't revisited in the longest time, so I don't remember a lot about it. I do remember the key details, obviously, but it's going to be interesting revisiting this one because I haven't taken that much time to analyze it before and notice any interesting details. So this should be an interesting retrospective, and I might not have as much to say about this one as I do about the other animations, but we're gonna have to see. First things first, if you like, comment, share, smash that subscribe button, whatnot, you know how it is. And leave a comment with your own interpretations and ideas about this animation, because I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about it. Anyways, let's see what Will of the Herrscher's got in store for us again. God. One moment. Okay, someone give May a stunt acting job, because she really sold that impact there. I saw how... Okay, I know this is an intense situation and all, but just look at this. Okay, that one, she very clearly just bent herself backwards to continue the roll. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm terrible. I think that this animation's really where MiHoYo has gotten its special effects down. Cause in Reborn, the special effects weren't bad or anything, it's just that they weren't as polished as they are in this one, and I definitely think that they grew a lot between Reborn and this animation. Ooh. Man, I remember the first time I heard about the Herrscher of the Void, I thought she was such a menacing villain. I've watched way too many fan animations of Honkai, and she's just kind of become a child in my mind. But at first, I remember when I first learned about her and watched this animation, I was like, ah, shit. The main cast is fucked. I was like, yeah, I was very worried. Dude, this was such a good animation to introduce the first Herrscher. It really sells the power and majesty of these things. And it really makes you afraid for what's next up in the story. This is where stuff really goes down. Also, if you ever plan to play the Honkai story, make it to about chapter 9 if you want to give Honkai a fair chance. Because I feel like if you make it to chapter 9 and are still like, nah, the story just isn't for me, then the story just isn't for you. You know, it is how it is. You know? Oh, Befall is such a good song, though. One of my favorite villain songs ever. God. This animation is so sick. This animation is so good, though. Okay, I'm sorry. Are subtitles on or something? Okay, there we go. Let's go back a second. I think it's like... I don't know. I don't speak good Japanese or anything. I think it was just saying, like, humanity is capable of greed, yada yada, evil. Yep. Oh, this is my favorite scene in the whole of this animation, in the whole Will of the Herrscher. Dude, watch this shit. This is insane. Dude, the OST just cuts. Here, watch that. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, that was such an effective use of the OST. Holy shit. That was so bone-chilling the first time I watched it. Oh, man. Oh, man. It still gives me chills watching this animation. Man. Oh, the chanting here is so good. And Bernaris. Oh my gosh. This is so sick. This is such a sick animation. Oh man. No, we're not going to that one anyway. Oh man, that one gives me such chills every time I watch it. That ending. Oh man, I think that the last hold up. I think that the last the last minute of this animation is so solid. We get to see a very apt demonstration of what the Herrscher of the Void's powers are when we see her open up the imaginary space to catch all of those missiles. And at the same time, we get to see her reopen those portals and use the imaginary space to destroy the entirety of Anti-Entropy's army. And then we get to see Bernaris. And then when the chorus just kicks in Latin, oh man, that is such a bone-chilling scene. This was probably one of my favorite villain introductions I've ever seen. Because it just because up to this point in the story, we've seen one Herrscher before, and it was Wendy, wasn't that impressive, gonna be honest. They really made up for it here, where they really sell you on the power and mystery of these Herrschers. Because it kind of reminds me of a Sephiroth theme where it's it's very foreboding, it also uses Latin. I don't know, if you want to make something scary, just speak in Latin. It's that simple. You could be saying the dumbest crap in Latin, and it sounds like you're trying to summon Cthulhu. Nah, man. This and Befall is such a unique song in the Honkai playlist because it's the only insert song that really tries to invoke that sense of fear and dread, whereas most other ones are trying to invoke a very heavy sense of emotion or hype. This one's the only one where it's you're supposed to feel kind of sick. You're almost supposed to feel chills, and you're supposed to feel your throat's in your stomach. It is such an intense song, and it's one of my favorite villain themes in any piece of media I've ever consumed. But that being said, there's not much else to say about it. Her lines of I will say though, her lines over here. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, these lines here. Yeah, you once made me lose everything. That's a line that you won't really understand until you've read the manga, because they don't really go too much into Siren's backstory. They don't go super heavily into Siren's backstory into the game. They kind of have like a bunch of metaphors for it, and we get to see Kiana kind of go through it. But we don't get the full context of what happens in the Tower of Babylon. But yeah, no. Honestly, if I was Siren and I was in her position, I may have also wanted to destroy all humans if I got experimented on like that, man. It was terrible. Honestly, kind of justified for her to freak out like this. Well, not justified, it's the reason. But yeah, no, she's still a villain at the end of the day because she killed a lot of people. But you understand where she's coming from. And she's not wrong in saying that there are a lot of bad people. But it's supposed to contrast with our Kiana. I understand that. It's supposed to contrast with our Kiana, where it's a very obvious, like, two sides of the same coin. We see the version of Kiana that only acknowledges the evil in the world, and then we see our version of Kiana, who chooses to focus on the good things in the world. So one leads to the desire to protect others, and one leads to the desire to destroy everything. And I think that it's a pretty neat comparison. And I feel like it's pretty obvious, though. I feel like everyone already knows that. Anyways, that's all I really got to say about this animation. Such a cool animation. Really, really good effects. The animation is clean. The sound effects are really good. That moment where they cut the OST when Siren's finger snaps, that was absolutely incredible. Dude, that moment had so much impact because it's like so effortless, and she just absolutely annihilates the anti-entropy army. It's such a good scene. Such a good scene. Alright, but thank you guys for watching. The next short is... I think the next short is, oh boy, Final Lesson. Alright, yeah, the next short is going to be Final Lesson. That one's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to have a lot to say about that short. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. See y'all later. Bye!